Yeah, I'm coming back and coming back and coming back. And anyways, before any of this started for me, before I even thought I would know anything, I always thought I did know something. And because the man of God, okay, and man is 6, is 4, so thus he doesn't pass 10, because 10 is starting over, so that's how far he can go, because he can get to the 10, he can start at the first 0, the perfect man, and end up at the last 0, which is starting over, so he is a perfect 8. And he is 4, so double him up to see the worst of everything. 4 and 4 is 8. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 times 4 is 96. The reason I had to know now, because it's been 96 years since World War I. No matter what you do in life, however you want to look at it, that is, hold on. Well, can you tell anything? It's 96. 9 and 6, okay, on top of each other. Okay, if you can make 9 and 6 properly, it looks like the percentage of everything. Because 9 and 6 come from 3. And 3 and 3 and 3 is the last world of the past, the present, and the future. 3, 6, 9. Okay, so that has all to do with pregnant 3s, because 2 times 3 is 6, and 3 times 3 is 9. 3 is equal, so the family is now equal together, but the 6 and 9 together, if you put them close enough and design them properly, they look like the percentage of all. So therefore, when you do have the 69 and you make the child, the percentage of who you are is thus 33% and a third, and Jesus died at 33 years old. And the extra third was enough of the tail to bring back someone else in his place. So he left a little tail for somebody else who swallowed it, who lived somewhere in Europe, who got married to someone else, who traveled all around to the .ca. .ca is Canada, where they have a single maple leaf, where the seed ended up here. It was eaten by the grandfather, the Zaritsky, from the grandmother of the 96, because my grandmother was born 1914. Queen Mary, and my grandmother's name is Mary. Mary Czar. Frank, because she's frank and she's honest. And that's who she is. Although there are certain things about her that I don't like, but the reason that they're like that is because she's frank about it all. And she's been bamboozled, so she can't really see, and she stays good no matter what happens. She's 96, born in 1914, when England jumped over Germany. I-N-G, the I of the N of the man, connection to God, I-N-G, England, not the E, because the French changed the I to the E, and that's why we got all mixed up. Everybody kept changing things. That's why the dial rotary phone had letters, and the other phone had letters. Now the letter ABC used to be on the 2, because nobody ever knew anything about the 2, because when you got the 2, you got the tube, T-U-B, television. The reason for the television, because instead of your friend came over, you just opened the electronic one up in the E-world. Where we are? The tube, the television tube, the TV, the connection or antenna, because it stands up for a 4 direction, if you see the cross. And the B is for the light of the capturing of the signal to make the E work without the wires, because all the pressures and everything else that's in the air will send the signal, because there's a demand from a wire that man created to pull in the signal, making the television have reception to open up and show face of the matter, and the matter is what's on TV, and either you want to watch it or you don't, so you change the channel, and you change the channels in life. And life changes all the time, and so do the seasons. And there are 4 seasons, and perfect man is 4. 4 for 1, and all for 1, and 1 for 1, and even my license plate. If you read my license plate, it says who I am. If you come into my house, my address says who I am. It's 13. 1 o'clock is in 6 hours. My door is 3 for me and my angel and God. So for me, I always told my mother, whatever you saw that I'm dirty and a pig, everything is perfect because I know better and the truth is good. Although I wasn't getting along with everybody, it doesn't mean I was doing the wrong thing, because at a certain point, you're like to make an extension yourself to do something, and your extension is not accepted everywhere, and you don't want to bother anybody. So if you are the perfect man, You make the possible changes and moves that are sort of deceptive in one way, but they're deceptive to yourself. And if you deceive yourself, sometimes it's okay to make the others happy. That's why they say deceive or devastation. When you deceive the others and you put them down to nothing, you devastate when everything is barren, like the rolling stone when the stones hit in the space and they smash and they fall, and the rolls rock, or the rocks roll, and they roll right down to the bottom of the ocean or the water, where you see them skip, because sometimes things skip, skipping the rope of life, skipping life, putting a rope around your neck, where the collar of all things, where you call and you talk, where your throat of the larynx is. You hang from the heavens of the angel of the connection of man to God is now going back, and you are no more because you are dead. You have hung yourself with a cord. The cord you split are the wheels of the two directions. The O is on the earth. The R is when you go up and try to go somewhere. When you go straight, it ends. And when you come around the corner of the R, well, it says dead end too. And the D shows you that it's up. So if you do put the cord around your neck, no matter what you do, if your feet hang down, what's going to happen is when you stop breathing, you go up. C-O-R-D cord. The C splits in two for the up and the down. That's how we know the difference. You have to have directed, or a director, or a reason to even want to go search. We don't want the commit T of the soup and the side, or the cider, or who's going to decide. The dice, when you throw the dice, whatever number it is, that's what decides. And they also call them in French day for the day. And D, dia, dia day, dice day, Doris day, door us, adore us. To adore man, all man, and just not to adore oneself is I, because once you adore only I, all the rules change, because you only have to live for you, and whatever you do for you, you can accept, because no one's going to say anything. So it's easier when no one's telling you all the time what you've done, because you know what you've done is what they don't like, and you don't like anybody telling you. Thus what you did is irrelevant, because now you're pissed off at somebody else telling you what you did is not right, and it bothers him, when maybe it's not right that he should tell you anything at all. He should be thinking of what he thought. And thus, if we would think of everything, we'd have no time to have war, because we would be thinking all the time. Thus, we would be doing the right thing, because every time we invest our money, we think. And we think all the time, and we have interest in our thinking, and we get interest on our money.